Hello YouTube, hello everyone. My name is Edomili, and today in Talking Talk we're gonna discuss a little bit about the issues of the life, problem of existence, philosophical conversation here with these philosophers. Um, let's start with Gislaine. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, of course. Nice to meet you, Elder. My
Nice to meet
first
you.
time with you. Yeah.
Awesome.
My my name is Gislaine. I grew up in São Paulo,
Okay,
capital. I
okay,
graduate civil engineer. I have been married in 14 years and I work in construction.
okay.
Yeah, I have my busy one with my husband. I renovate
Mhm.
house. In my free time, I like to watching cartoon, English, of course, video about construction. Sometimes I go out lunch. Sometimes I go to visit my friend, and I love it to talk. I love it to drink like some wine, and sometimes no, it's always yeah, just hang out, just sharing.
Okay,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you. Thanks a lot. Iago, please, your turn. I think your mic is lagging a little bit. Like,
Yeah, yeah, your sound like it's different. I think your headphone. I think your uh, yeah. I don't know. It's about me, but I can hear you good.
oh, muted. No,
Mm-mm.
just a noise, you know.
It,
You are trying to talk, but
remove
it's kind of noise.
if you can remove your. You try again. Remove your head plug. Did you remove? Oh my god! I don't know why.
So while
I
you try
love it to
to
hear
solve
you.
this problem, I will move, right? Just so. Okay,
Yeah.
Sweeney, please.
Hello. Hi, my name is Suene.
Sweeney.
I am. Tenho 26 years old and I'm
Okay,
from the state of Mato Grosso. I
okay,
have a dog and in my days off, I like to stay at home.
okay. Where in Mato Grosso? I lived here. I lived there, actually, in Cuiabá.
Ah, que legal.
So, Rafael, please, your turn.
Hello, everyone. I'm happy to see how said that Gislaine and Iago that I saw said a lot of time that we didn't talk it. And so
Okay.
my name is Rafael. I'm 32. I'm a lawyer, a PhD candidate, and a lecturer in university. And I'm here to, how said that, have good conversations, improve my English, get confident in my speaking. And here it's an amazing place to do it. Today it's a good topic, philosophical, as you said, Randall. And let's do it.
Yeah, very philosophic. Josemar, please, stage is
Hi,
yours.
I'm Josemar. I'm 24 years old and I'm from Goiânia. And I'm a paid media specialist. I already work for a foreign company and I'm here to improve my English and my confidence level, same as Rafael said. And it's nice to be back with such a philosophical theme with you, Endo.
Hey, nice. Thanks a lot. Iago, worked for you? No, you have a problem, man. With your mic, maybe it's your computer. Okay, I'll move. Guys, okay, thanks, Iago. Guys, here we have a lot of questions, very generic, I'm thinking, kind of, but I would like to create a question that what's a good life for you? What does that mean? What do you consider a good life? Will be the question, the first question, and then we can go ahead. Let me see. Josemar, please. What's a
That's a
good
very
life?
question. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, I think it's life is a count of experience. So for me, a good life is a life that I can have as much experiences as I can, such as traveling, knowing different cultures, different countries, trying different foods, and just how can I say this? Just living as much as I can. So when I get to the end of my life, I don't feel like I've missed everything. And I think that's a very
Okay.
common feeling.
Okay. Living. But living is kind of, what does that mean, living? Living is just
Yeah,
exist
I
or
think it's experiences.
okay. Let me see here. Gislaine, how about you? What
Oh
do you
my
consider a good
gosh.
life?
Yeah, it's hard to say this question, but I try. I think when I don't need to work more, I don't know. Like I love it. I love it to work in
Mhm.
construction, but that's why I work a lot for in the future. Don't need to work more.
Mhm.
And like 5 years, I don't pretend to work. Pretend no, I don't want to work more. Like just help people, like about
Mhm.
construction too, about construction, like to building for people, poor people,
Okay.
and yeah, because I think I find my purpose in my life because I love it too much to work in construction, um, but now I need to work. Like I need to my customer,
Mhm.
but I think when don't need more customer, don't need more to pay my bill, that like you worried about to pay my bill. um yeah, I think this for me it's a good life too. And of course working about my mind, about my in my body, no outside, like to find a peace, like peace, I forgot the name, paz interior, like this.
Okay. Okay. Swainy, did you understood? And you understood the question? You understand the question I made?
Question one.
Yeah, you can answer the
Yeah.
question one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think there is a single answer. For me, there are two distinct and important things, and the perception of the fulfilling life often involves finding a balance between happiness and purpose. Então, assim, acho que precisa ter um equilíbrio.
Good. Very good. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Mhm.
Thanks, Swainy. Rafael, how about you? What do you consider good life? Um,
Yeah,
did you
so
find your
I,
purpose on Earth?
no, I don't. No, no. I think that I will die without how to discover something. But I think that I discovered my momentaneous purpose. I don't know if I can say like that. Something that
Yeah.
I want to do now and maybe for some time. To me, a good life it's to be it's different in each moment in the life it's different. What I think now it's not the same that I used to think in the past when I was younger. But now to me, a good life is to be it's to be healthy. So it's
Mhm.
something very important to me. And mental and physical health, it's something that how say that condition to have a good life to me right now. To be
Mhm.
surrounded by people that I really like it, that I love, and people that love me. Again, that is important too. Other things I'll do, little things that I really like it. Like, yes, so I drink a cold beer with friends, just talking about nothing. So that about the bullshit. Play a basketball, even if I'm not as how said it so good as I used to be. I just made a part. I could how said that rediscovered this passion here,
Mhm.
and to be challenging just a little bit at work. So work, but not too much, but to be challenged and learning
Just
a single thing every single how said a little bit with my students, my colleagues, and professors more experienced than me. And that's it to me a good life right now.
good, good. I imagine that you can challenge me, but just a little bit.
Ah, no. Oh,
Just
to
a
be
little
honest,
challenge.
right now, that's not my life right
Not a
now.
big
But
challenge.
that's my dream, to really
Okay.
be challenged, but not too much. I
Yeah,
want to
it's
be
fair, it's fair.
comfortable in my place.
Iago, how about you?
Can you hear me now?
Okay,
Okay.
it's nice.
I think that for me, something between all of this, like being happy and living something meaningful and with purpose.
Mhm.
I think that having meaning and purpose is connecting to having happy moments. Um, but I think that. mm, I don't know. For me, I always think about having a good life is having comfort. I don't know if that makes sense. But
Yeah.
having a nice house, have a comfortable place, have some money to travel and to meet new places. I really like
Okay.
traveling. Um, and with that, we can have happy moments because happiness is not something really constant in our life. We just can't
Mhm.
expect that everything will be happy. But I think that my answer is this. Not
Okay,
sure about it.
nice. No, nice, nice. We are just guessing here. There's no right or wrong question, just guessing, wondering about the possibilities. I will address because I think Gislane found her purpose in life, and Rafael is almost finding, right? Trying to seek for purpose. But to address to Josemar, Josemar, did you find your purpose in life? Do you think
No,
are you close
I think
to
every
find it?
year I have a different purpose, so it's very hard to find
You're
a
changing,
life
okay.
purpose, right? But I think the journey is more important than the life purpose in a way. So I'm really enjoying my last years. I think every year is getting a little bit better. I'm trying something that I always say I would try now, and it's a very great feeling. I feel like I'm betting on myself, and I think for a purpose in life, I'm finally uh, helping other people. And I think that's a very great feeling to see your knowledge or everything that you can add to someone else's lives being shared. And it's a very nice feeling. And I think that's my current life purpose right
Okay.
now.
Have you helping a lot of people?
Yeah, with my
Okay,
content on
it's
LinkedIn.
nice.
And I didn't expect that at all. In my
Oh,
first week
wow.
of posting it, I think I have about 20 people on my DMs, and they are already sharing the results. It's being very nice.
Yeah, this the thing so interesting. Sometimes, we just need to expose our ideas, right?
Yeah,
Like a lot of people waiting for do it. Like they do not feel comfortable doing that, but they expect that other people do this, like exposing
yeah,
ideas just
yeah.
to interact and so on. Congrats, congrats. Very nice.
Thank-
I will address the question number two to Sueni. Okay, Sueni? The question number 2,
Okay.
can someone live a good life without material wealth?
Yes, it is possible because the happiness and the well depend on the multiple factors that go beyond possessions. While money is important for ensuring basic needs and the segurança, personal satisfaction is more closely linked to other aspects, entendeu?
Very good. Yeah, you said about safety. Okay.
Yeah,
Segurança, safety.
yeah, safety.
A question about do you consider that you have a good life? I will start with Rafael. Rafael. Comfortable, I don't know how, but a tranquil life in terms of possibility, like, or you think you were living a very chaotic environment or something like that.
Oh, it's hard to say because that's it. The life it's very complex. We have also that many factors, and some ones are better, much better right now, and others are, for example, I describe it a good life as to be surrounded from the people that love me and that I love. It's not the case right now, you know. Some people,
Okay.
yes, but as I said, I miss my family and close friends in
Mm-hmm.
Brazil that I don't
Okay.
have they here right now. My samba every Friday. So in this aspect, but I can say that I have a good life. I'm very how to say that happy with my life with the opportunities because I'm how to say it, trying to embrace the good things that I've been facing here, and they are a lot, especially how to say that in the professional side. That's fantastic in my self development too. So I grow and I'm totally different right now. And I suffered a lot. How to say that? Since that I moved to France and now in Netherlands.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy to me, but I understood that I'm getting used to, you know, I'm a very how to say that I could learn different things, different ways. Before it was so hard to me just move and they take a ticket to how to say that, a train. Now I can just no, for in now
Doing
in
little
10
little
days
things,
and
simple things. Okay.
yeah, and so I can say that I'm enjoying my life right now. But as I said, that's nothing, and I think that will not be fully complete. Oh my gosh, that's the ideal life. And you have to embrace the good side and pay attention if it's how say that we cannot change for another thing. But for now, my life it's very good. I'm very happy with everything that has happened to me.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for sharing. Let me address this question to Ghislaine. Ghislaine, do you consider that you have a comfortable, tranquil life? Comfortable in terms of being tranquil, right? So tranquil life or not? You feel that you are in a random, chaotic life or without?
No, no, I mean, consider I have a good life, of course, but sometimes, like, my gosh, it's a Angel. This is question. Oh my gosh,
Just
sometimes,
to
Angel,
start the
I
week, just
think,
very simple question to start the week in a very relaxed manner.
yeah, because sometimes I think there is a role, of course, in my life. There is a role, like,
Mhm.
and I think I'm working about this because happening something outside. And I need inside to work, because if I have a control inside, it's good. That's
Okay.
why I read a lot of book, and I'm looking forward to read more about this because I had a lot of people help me, like therapy, and help me because I live in United States. I don't know if you know, and my
Mm-hmm.
family is far. It's good for me now. I live in
Mm-hmm.
far, sorry, but I love my family. But for me now, it's very good, important
How long
because
have you been living
here
in the United States? Yeah.
I have been 5 years here.
Okay.
Yeah, but when I get here, like maybe 6 months, coronavirus start here, and I stay in my home all the time, like 2.5 years in the house. That's
Wow.
why I stay here to learn more and practice my
Perfect.
English. And elder, for me, I have, of course, a good life, but I do a meditation. I looking for to do a good things, and to see a people different, because that's why people judge all the time. Your mind judge someone. Your mind. That's why I work
Okay.
inside, no outside. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. Very good. I think it's important to work on our inner self, try to keep a mental healthy, a balance between the stuffs emotionally. Okay. Very nice. What have you reading? Book.
Yeah,
Which
yeah. I have one here. The power and positive landscape, for example. I read this
Mm-hmm.
moment. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, how about you? Do you consider that you have a good life, tranquil, a life that you dreamed? No, it's but a life that you like, in terms of being balanced.
Yes, I think that for me now I have a good life, I would say, because I don't know. I think that I stopped to search all the time for another thing, because as human we never are completely satisfied with the
Yeah.
things that we have or with the things that we are, the way that we are. So, but for me, I think that I changed a little bit my mindset about it. So I feel that I am more grateful for the things that I have and the life that I have now, because I have a comfortable life. Of course, I don't know. I want some things to change. I don't know. For example, I want a better job in some point. You know, I follow Josemar on LinkedIn to see his tips.
Man, I think I will follow as well because it seems that it's very
and,
nice. Oh,
and And but I think that for me now, I am in a really good place that I look to myself and to my life, and I feel that, oh, I think that I achieved some things that I never thought that I would achieve or that I would have. I don't know, 10 years ago, my 19-year-old self who never thought about the life that I have now. So I think that I am pretty happy now.
good. Nice. I'm happy for you as well. It's nice. It's nice. Sometimes I feel that, if we have a kind of, when I say about being comfortable is more like to be stable, in a position where you can plan. For example, in the past, I think I was living a very chaotic, just like a pinball, very chaotic situations without seeing a perspective about life, in terms of planning and so on. But now I can see the stuff and I even can decide what I'm gonna do. And it's other challenge to decide because if we have a lot of possibility, you need to think about your life, like what I really want. That's the point. So yeah, nice, very nice. Josema, how about you? Do you consider that you have a life that you like and you know?
Yeah, I think I think everyone has sad days and everything, and life actually gets hard. But overall, especially when you get to know a lot of people, you know how many are as lucky as you in a lot of different ways. So I have a great family. I didn't have any problems growing up. I'm healthy, and Yeah, I think life overall is great. It's hard to think like that when you are in a bad spot in your life, but I think we have to constantly have to push ourselves to this thought to remember of worst times that you went through. Remember how everything else is great. It's just one thing that's not going as you like. And so, yeah, I think overall my life is great.
Good, very good. Thanks for sharing, guys. I will address the question number 3 to Sueni, okay? Sueni, ready, ready, ready. How important are relationship and community in shaping a good life?
Human beings are social beings by nature. Então, from birth, they need the affection and the interaction to develop and thrive. Então, acho que é isso mesmo.
Good. Sometimes, we are just talking here, and I would say a little bit about something that I'm reading. It's about, for example, sometimes this kind of questions is totally focused on quality. Like we do not think in community, we're not thinking in exchanging skills and emotions and feelings and so on and so on. So it's nice. It's nice, Wayne. Nice. Cheers. Good. What is something that you lived in the past and you miss? Something that you do not have, but you had in the past. And why? Let's start with Rafael. Rafael, are you here among us?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, it's just how to say that I'm eating something here. Because of that,
No
I
problem.
turned off my camera,
I
but I'm here with you guys,
I can move
listening everything.
forward while you
No,
eating.
To me, it's
Okay,
okay. No.
perfect.
So the question is just I don't know what I miss. Can you repeat it? So something that I missed that I
Yeah,
had in the
something
past.
that
What's
you
that?
lived in the past, something that you lived in the past and you miss. But you
Oh, I
actually
think
you answered
the
that.
only yeah, the
Yeah,
only
you
thing
said
that I
about your
can say it
family.
is
Okay,
my friend families and samba. So and
samba.
to
Okay,
me it's obvious. I know it's very important to say samba, and
good.
to me it's because I've already known before that it was the most important thing that I had. It was my friends, my family. But even now, I'm how say that I know even more. I don't know because I don't have them, and it's also important to me. So, for example, now I know that I'm here. It's just a moment that I
Yeah,
really have to enjoy, and how say that. I will miss this place here too. I know in the future, but I'm very decided, at least for now, that I really want to come back and but not just come back. I really to have a good position in Brazil and to achieve
okay.
this goal. I think that it's important to how say that take I don't know how to say it, just to wait and how say it,
Mm-hmm.
stand hard for after how say that be with my friend families and
Good.
in Brazil again, in São Paulo again. That's it for me.
Okay, this is not so nice because sometimes I feel that we do not know anymore how to weight this stuff. It's just, all the thing needs to be very instantly. Like, same time you're
Yeah,
doing and living.
I
Oh my
agree for
God,
you.
I'm flying. Yeah. And
Yeah,
sometimes, for
I agree
example,
for
now
you.
only nowadays I can just sleep and
Mm,
wake up and start working and take a book and read a little bit and my articles, start writing, researching, presenting some stuffs, talking, exchanging, teaching, and sleep as well. Because, but only now it's kind of terrible because only now I'm,
yeah.
I'm learning how to do this.
After I will send to you messages to how to give my give me tips because I'm better, but I'm struggling with this kind of things yet.
It's hard because I've been working on, about 5 years to reach that. So, um, let me address the same question to Iago. Iago, what is something that you lived in the past and you miss? You do not have now.
I I don't miss that much my past, I would say.
Mhm.
But I think that I miss my grandma. I think, yeah, a specific person that I miss. She died when I was 5 or 6, I think, and I don't know. I just loved her so much when I was a kid that I really wish to being able to have her here since I grew up. And when I think about the past, I think that I only think about her because I'm not too attached to the past, I would say. I think that I really like to move forward and to focus on the present and my future because if I think too much about my past, I think that not necessarily about my past or the past in general. I think that when we do that, we become those persons, those kind of people that always says like, "Oh, in my times,
You might,
it was so
okay,
much
oh my God,
better
it's
because of
terrible.
this, because of that," you know. So I think that that's why I don't like to to think too much about the past because I'm living in the present. I need to be present in the life that I have now and the things that I want to build moving forward. So for me, it doesn't make too many sense thinking about the past.
Yeah, I think it's so interesting this quote, like this saying, like in my time, because we are alive, we are living, we are this, from this time, we are living, enjoying, building this stuff, so we are living. The people in my time, sometimes the people say to me, and I say, in your time was terrible. If be real, consider all the stuff that we have in terms of historical stuff was terrible. That's it. Nowadays, we have a lot of possibilities, and even to say it. Josemar, please.
So I'm the same page as Iago. I don't think as much about the past, but I think the first thing that comes to mind when I listen to this question is just the feeling of not having to think on that much stuff when you are younger. I remember my school days. My only concern when I wake up is just to go to school and then go back to home. It was I
Watch
don't know when
cartoons.
life, yeah, I don't know when life changes that much.
Yeah.
I'm just waking up, going to school, and now I have 32 different things to think in the same time. Adult life can be very exhausting. So I think the biggest thing from the past that I miss is just that simple life, not think about that many things.
Okay, man, I think it's the world challenge, what you
Yeah.
said. It's a world challenge. Like, because we're living, sometimes you have a good money, sometimes you have a good job and good stuff, things that you want. You can, buy a lot of stuff that you hadn't in the past. But you were trying to stay kind of, sad and, because you lost the connection of stuff. I feel it sometimes. Sometimes I feel that I just lost. So I need to stop everything and, start reading, try to see a perspective about what I'm doing. I don't know.
Yeah. It's so easy to get consumed by your only routine and just living there.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, and it's fair because this kind of feeling, that is something that go and move to forward to some kind of really bad situation, such as depression, anxiety, or something related. So we have to be aware about this stuff. Ghislaine, how about you? Tell something that you miss, that you lived in the past.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree with Josemar. I think it's a simple life. Yeah, I agree totally with him. And I remember if I spend my time with my friend on the weekend, I miss too much. And I miss feijoada, guys, having
That's
feijoada too
nice. Yeah.
in Brazil. But I agree, guys, with you, Andrew, too, about sometimes my feeling it's the same. I think it's everybody, guys. I think it's everybody.
Yeah.
That's why I like to read a good a book, because when you read a good book, you feeling better. My advice, you feeling better. You feeling
Yeah,
better.
I
If you
think
stay here, you stay here because,
uh,
for example, you stay here with you guys now. My feeling it's different because like the same situation, the same question, but different, but different answer. That's why I love it. This connection for me, I love it. To listen some
you know
people.
what I'm feeling? I'm feeling that I'm crazy, but I'm not alone, because I'm with you right now. So a lot of
Yeah.
crazy people in the same room talking in English. That's the point. No, no,
Yeah.
just kidding. But yeah, I think sometimes we can try to, seek a perspective reading. And here, unfortunately, in Brazil, the people not reading more. You know, I was
Mhm.
discussing it at university because, yeah, problem, university's problem. So the students do not read anymore. So it's terrible to teach something that, can really matter because the people don't want to read. Okay. But
Yeah, I
that's
think
it.
mhm. People
Go
needed to
ahead,
know
Gisela.
if, yeah, because people needed to know we needed help. We needed to each other, you know. We learned it each other. When people open their
Exactly.
eyes, I think it's better because I remember when I was little young, I was in college. I just see, I don't know, if I have opportunity. For example, I miss my college. I miss too much. If I have a opportunity for back, like I will, of course, doing again because I lost some opportunity, and I
Hmm.
think in Brazil, sorry, but I think people judge all the time each other. I don't know
Oh
why,
wow, this is we need to, research more. Almost a thesis, a PhD. We need to, study a PhD to understand why Brazilians judge so much. And we judge ourselves. That's the really interesting stuff because, for example, I always say the main problem in terms of learning English in Brazil is that the people like to judge a lot if you are Brazilian. And the Brazilians like to judge other Brazilians.
Yes.
And unfortunately, if the people see other people not from Brazil but from other nationality, the people
Mm-hmm.
say, good words. I should, support it. So, wow, nice. You speak Portuguese, so cute. Oh my God. Oh, it's so
Mm-hmm.
nice, better than Brazilians, and so on, so on. And if you commit a mistake in English, the people, it's kind of terrible. It's a curse, almost a curse. Oh, where did you learn this English? Oh, like this or like that, Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the problem? I feel the same, Gislana, I feel the same.
Yeah.
Um, Let me address, Swain, I will address the question number 5 for you, okay? Can a good life exist without suffering? Or
Uh,
is struggle essential to growth? Good question.
okay. I believe that the struggle is essential for knowledge, and furthermore, there are innate people who manage to live a more relaxed life. Um, Finally, speaking, but we know that we all face a challenge in life. So,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, actually, this question is so interesting.
For
Uh, Thanks, Swain. Josema, what do you think? Can a good life without? Or does we need suffering, or do we need suffering to move forward or to learn something? Suffering. What do you
Yeah,
think?
yeah, I don't think so. I think a lot of people spread this idea, and it's very comforting
A lot.
for because I think everyone is suffering from something. So it's nice to hear that, but I don't think that's an absolute truth. We can definitely have a good life without having to go through any pain. But I also agree that life is like a roller coaster, right? When we are up, life is as good as gets, but when we are down, it's devastating. But again, it makes way more uh, worth it when we are back up again. So this life changes makes life really more exciting, but I don't think we have to go through that to have a good life in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got that. You know, I think that people try to endorse this kind of position and thought because it's something like I'm suffering a lot, but I'm suffering for a good reason. You know,
Yeah,
in the future, I will get something, or
yeah.
I'll be good or something like that.
And I think this can be a whole another immersion, but we have
Yeah, yeah.
a lot
A
of
lot
things
of stuff to say
that
about it.
just
Yeah.
exists to be comforting for life in
Yeah.
general.
Sometimes I feel that our whole society now it's very deep philosophy, okay? Very deep philosophy. Our whole society is based on suffering. You need to suffer for love, suffer for learning, suffer for you do a lot of stuff, all suffering, suffering, suffering to make art, to do stuff. So it's kind of we had this, I don't know, this root, it's a cultural root about suffering somehow.
Yeah.
Okay? And
Me,
we
no, go on,
go
sorry.
ahead, go ahead.
So I was gonna say that me personally, I'm a very chill guy. I'm very patient overall. So for a lot of people that don't know me very well, I'm get I think I send out the image that I'm very okay with life with a lot of things that I actually don't am. But uh I think everyone that start to talk with me and that didn't know me before say the same thing about me. That seems like I don't suffer in life. And I think I just don't show up as much as everyone. But yeah, everyone passes through a lot of stuff.
Or
It's very
suffer
personal.
less than less than the general. Because, for example, I'm the same, I'm very okay with a lot of situation, but actually, I would like to be more okay, more, the highest okay I can reach. More, more, and more. Very
Yeah.
tranquil, like Buddha's,
Yeah.
Buddha's, Buddha's atmosphere. That's. Um, Rafael, how about you? Do you believe that, like, a life without suffering, or we need suffering to, build skills? I mean, okay.
Yeah, I don't think that we need, but it's how said hard to answer this question with an affirmative how said answer because a life without suffering doesn't exist. So I don't know, and no one knows, especially how said that no one experienced this life. But after some time, I can say that. I don't want not any more suffering. I don't like this ideology saying that oh no pain no gain, and that's everyone say oh
Yeah,
bravo that's
no pain,
it.
no.
I can understand that it's very important, especially when you are in a terrible situation. If you don't see things with a positivity, as the how said that the Brazilian poets used to say, it's better to be happy than to be sad, and I totally agree with it. So we have to maintain our positivity. And I'm not talking about toxic positive, but some that oh I have to believe. If I don't believe, I will give up and I will just how said it die. In some how said that situations. But I really what I'm searching for my life right now. It's not suffering too much. It's to enjoy the life and to be challenging. That what is suffering, it's important too. Because as you said, for example, the people, oh, I'm suffering to study English. You can suffer, but you can even just how to say that, oh, be challenging. And this is it's
Okay,
different.
nice.
Say, oh, you can
It's a
enjoy. Oh, it's
perspective,
hard.
changing your perspective, like the same
Yeah,
stuff that
it's
you are,
perspective,
you
but
have seen.
I don't know. I agree with you that there are something that we have the power to change the perspective,
Good.
and the others that is just, I cannot say that, oh, you're not suffering when someone is, I don't know, I forgot how to say it, spanking another people. So that's it's a, of course these
Okay.
people is suffering, it's objective, but there are other things that we have the control, and these things we can decide that if the little things, they're not too much things, that you can decide that if I will suffer or if I will just, oh my God, so it's an opportunity to, it's the way that we have to learn something new. But I don't like this no pain, no gain. I have to suffer to learn things. Growth always came with, how said it, suffering. No, I'm already, how said that, I've already experienced, how said, knowledge experiences without suffering, and it's amazing. I prefer like that if it's possible.
Yeah, I think you have some conflict because you like samba. Samba, the people suffer a lot, the lyrics. So
Yeah.
the people live the lyrics suffering, so. But actually, you brought a very interesting point. I mean, uh, for example, I think that we need to understand the core of the suffering. For example, the people sometimes suffering learning English or something because they start to feel different about themselves. Like I'm not good. It's not because you commit mistake. Because this mistake you can commit and oh, I don't care about this mistake. But if you feel that I'm not good, so you start suffering. Or if you feel that the people are judging me, so you start suffering. Oh, I need to expose and I don't know how to handle with people, with public, and start to suffering. It's like this concept. I don't know this scene like the people, start to. It's not because the stuff, for example, I think we are all good here, but if you commit some mistakes in English, you just, oh man, I commit a lot of mistakes and no, I just don't care. So you will not suffer with that. But people in the beginning is means you don't care because you don't care. But for the people that are learning, means pretty much that, oh, I'm not good. I will not learn. It's very far. It's very conflict. I don't know. I'm terrible. I cannot, some this negative stuff. I will move this question to Iago. Do you believe that we need suffering or not? Do you believe that you can live a very happy life? Just that I don't know, that cartoon Testemunho de Jehová, the people hugging lions and very beautiful, a landscape, the people hugging bears and bears and lions and very happy family.
Mm, I think that I think likewise, Rafael, because I think that it's okay to have some struggle or find some challenges in our path. But I don't think that it's okay to suffer or to put too much energy on suffering to achieve something. Because, for example, I know a person, a very close person, that she's always a victim of life, and that's not a good thing,
I know.
because yes, and it's exhausting for the person and for who is around the person, because you are always complaining, you are always the victim of the situation, you are always suffering and struggling for nothing sometimes. But I don't know. I think that maybe our brain is more likes to see more problems than resolution. I don't think that is resolution, but you know what I mean.
Okay, I got,
Resolution is
yeah,
another
very, very interesting.
is
Very
another thing.
interesting.
But and I think that it's really a an exercise that we need to make in a daily basis. Like, okay, I am facing this, struggling to do this or to achieve something. That's okay, and that's a moment that will pass. And I think that for me, for example, something that I learned with time is that I need to accept when something that was not planned happens, because, we can plan everything in our life and some struggle can happen. And the difference is how I react to this bad thing that might happen in my path, and it can be a struggle. And then I can make a choice if I will suffer for the thing that didn't happen as I wanted, or if I will move forward, even with struggling a little bit, So I am really with what Rafael said about changing the perspective, because not everything will be good all the time. Happiness
Yeah.
doesn't exist all the time, I think. But yeah, I think that we've changed some perspective about suffering and struggling to achieve things. We can make some things easier for ourselves.
Good. Yeah, I actually said a point that, I read a book that the people research about this kind of thing, about suffering and actually about decisions. And suffering means something that you cannot predict. It's part of our ancient primitive brain, the operational primitive brain. So when you cannot predict something, your brain starts to kind of lag and having problem creating situations, that is not real, of course, situation, imagination, but situation where you can be dangerous, something like that. Very interesting book, actually. Okay, Gislaine, you the last but not least, what do you think? Do we need suffer or not?
Yes, sorry guys, but I agree with you, Rafael. I agree totally with you. But I grew up in São Paulo in Capão Redondo, guys, and I have 8 siblings, and don't have nothing play on the cartoon, nothing in my house. Like, uh, I think we thought suffering a lot, but this is helping me too much. I think I grew up like I'm considered more stronger and patient and empathetic people. And of course, I agree. I agree now because that's why I needed to work when I was young for help my mom, like to paint the wall, like I grew up about this, like help my family. That's why I believe that, and I agree with Rafael because there is a different. People confuse the when you start to learn English, for example, and like about the challenge. Like there is a challenge. It's happening. It's normal. We need because I remember when I started to learn English here in the United States, and there is a lot of people to say, your English is not enough. I don't care. I just needed to continue studying every single day and
Mhm.
don't give up. That's why, for example, Endo and Rafael, your English is very well. It's very good for me. When I look at you talk, for me, I say, oh my gosh. I feel like happy when you talk a lot, Iago, Josemar, Suene, and that's why for me, I know different, different
Good.
about when I challenge and suffering. It's a bit different about what Rafael said. Yeah, Rafael, wow, good job. You look young, but your mind is older man.
He's a grandpa, something, grandpa in
Thank you,
a very
Gislaine.
young body. It's a
Right.
great, it's a grandma that drinks coffee, in a young body, actually. I always say that the people, oh, you look so calm. And I said, I'm a grandma. I'm not grandma, my brain, in a young
Mhm.
body. Guys, thanks a lot for this conversation. I think I will create some stuff about this discussion that we had and was really awesome. I really like, I really love when we can, have this very natural conversation, that's really can enrich ourselves in terms of knowledge and exchanging ideas. So very natural. Thanks a lot and enjoy the rest of the day. Have a good week and see you in the next week. Okay. Bye bye,
Thank you,
guys.
Thank
Endo.
you,
Bye, guys.
everyone.
Perfect.
Thank
Bye-bye.
Thank
you.
Thanks.
you.
Thanks a
I
lot.
love it. Thank